These are NBA game predictions for December 6th of 2021, Week 8. So the first game is Philadelphia at Charlotte. I think the 76ers should cover the spread because Charlotte has injuries and people on COVID protocol. So therefore, the Sixers win no problem. The game should go over because Charlotte's not great at defense, so Philadelphia should score a lot, and then I think Charlotte is still going to score a lot too. So over 220.5, no problem. You want to bet on specific people? I'd say bet on Embiid to have a good game and Curry to have a good game, and Bridges to score at least like 22. The next game, I have the Wizards and the Pacers. I have the Wizards with the plus 5.5. I don't expect Indiana to be as dominant. Washington hasn't been playing well either, but the Pacers shouldn't win by more than 6 points. And then I'm going under. I don't view these teams as offensive powerhouses. And also playing at Indiana, the Wizards probably not going to score as much as Indiana's a tougher home crowd to play against. Any players I'd bet on, probably like Kuzma to score at least like 14. But other than that, I have no guarantee bets on that. For the Thunder at Detroit, I expect Detroit to win this game by 4.5, maybe even more. But then again, even though Thunder doesn't have all their players, it's still Detroit at the end of the day. So I expect the total score to be under 209.5, just because I don't expect much from these two teams. For the Grizzlies and the Heat, I expect the Heat to win by minus 5.5. Honestly, I expect them to maybe win by more, but they do have a bunch of injuries. But also, the Grizzlies, they don't have Morant right now. And even though they won their past few games, playing at the Heat, kind of hard place to win at. I expect under 215.5, just because the defense that both teams have been playing has been stellar. So I expect to go under. For the Bulls at Denver, Denver played last night, so I expect the Bulls to win no problem. Then I expect both teams to score pretty well. Bulls obviously more. I expect DeRozan to have at least 24, Levine at least 20. And then always bet on Jokic to have a good game. For the Hawks and the Timberwolves, the Hawks, even though they played last night, they should still win with the Towns being out. And that's kind of a main point for the Wolves. I don't expect great defense out of both teams either, so over 219.5. If I were to bet on anyone, I'd bet on Edwards to have a great game, just because the offense has to flow through him. And then I'd also bet on Capella to have a good game too. Probably at least like 12 rebounds, at least 12 points. For the Spurs at the Suns, I expect the Spurs, because they've been playing well, to cover the spread at 8.5. Also expect the game to be under 218.5, just because the Suns can play some defense. Like, I still expect the Suns to win this game, but it's going to be a closer game. If I'm going to bet on anybody, I'd still bet on Murray to have like a good game overall, like plus 30 stats, so points, rebounds, and assists. For the Magic at the Warriors, I expect the Warriors to cover the spread at minus 15. I don't know what the Magic are doing this year, and then I expect it to be over 215, because I expect the Warriors to score at least like 120. And the Clippers at the Portland Trailblazers, I think the Clippers should win. The Portland they're just not gelling that well this year. I don't expect amazing defense out of either team. Well, better defense out of the Clippers. They should win, but it still should be a high-scoring game overall.